Greetings everyone, Ray Landis here, and I wanted to bring you one of the finality adventure parts that kind of end the adventure. And tonight, this guitar, I've already kind of reviewed it and talked about how I've taken it and upgraded it. It's a Squire Bullet, and it's like a Seafoam green, and you can see I've got some shiny pickups in there. These two pickups came out of a Firefly relic, and this I can't remember where this pickup came from, but it's just a humbucker that I had that fit in this build, and this guitar is gonna be given away by the end of this month to an organization. They're going to, I guess, raffle it off as a fundraiser. But before I send this one out, I wanted to just give a couple sound samples because of the way that I was able to configure this and let you hear what it sounds like. So basically, it's got a real Stratocaster type sound to it. Well, because it's a Stratocaster. And you can tell that you've got some vintage voiced pickups in the neck and in the middle position. So there's your neck pickup, and then you have the neck and the middle combined. Then you have your middle pickup. Now you have the middle pickup combined with the humbucker. And then, of course, the humbucker. Typical sounds that you would hear from an HSS, and much more full than what you would get out of a regular Squire Bullet. I think these Squire Bullets are pretty good. This one actually has a really good neck on it, and this is the one that I refinished. I don't know if you can see it with this lighting. But I wanted to play it for you a little bit and loop it through my my RC10R, and I'm going to be using my Pocket Master on the chill and clean setting, and just want to play a few things just to kind of at least give you a chance to hear this one, because when I did the review of the build, I didn't do any playing and any sound samples, so I'm going to do that here before I give it away, because it won't be here anymore. I kind of like doing that because, I thought maybe some of my builds I could maybe sell them and maybe get some of my money back, but I thought that the best way to do what I'm doing is to build the guitars, and I would donate to charity anyway. And these guitars, I've used them to learn some techniques, to learn how to to build and mod guitars, and that's really what it's all about. I couldn't pay a school to teach me luthier, techniques any better than I can learn from like the internet. A lot of guys that offer insight on how to do these various things. And I mean, if I paid for a school, I'd probably have to pay for supplies anyway. So this way I'm just paying for supplies. And this guitar I got at a really good discount. I think I ended up, because of the circumstances, I ended up paying about $60 for this guitar. And then of course I used some parts that I had. So the cost, for this particular one wasn't really, anything that would hurt me financially. But I've gained so much from it that you can't put a price on that. And I know some of the people who have commented on my channel have said things, about, wasting money on cheap guitars and doing this kind of thing. Why don't you just go ahead and buy something that's, already made, as a Fender guitar that's in like $1,000 or $2,000 range. Why don't you just do that? Well, I wouldn't have half the fun that I'm having by doing it this way. I enjoy doing it so much. I saw a clip by AJ from AJ's Gear, Average Joe's Gear, and he started off by saying that guitars And I just that kind of stunned me when I heard it, and I was like, there's got to be a gimmick to this, and I listened to it all the way through, and I realized what he's doing is he's expressing, as we all do, the strange feeling that maybe we're not doing the right thing. But I am here to assure you and to encourage you and to let you know you're absolutely doing the right thing. If you've got the means to do it. And thank God I've got the means that He's provided for me to be able to do this. So I'm not really wasting anything. And I say it like this: nothing is wasted. Even when you make a really big mistake and you ruin something, it's not wasted because the experience that you gain from that waste product is invaluable. So you can't put a price on it. So I just want to encourage you before I break into a loop with this guitar to to think of it differently, because it's a way to enrich your character. It's a way to enrich your experience. Anything that is worth anything is going to cost you something. So for those of you who think that it's a total waste of time, to buy cheap guitars and cut them up and stuff, I just want to tell you that I disagree with that in a friendly way. So you can go on feeling the way that you feel, and I understand why you feel that way, but for me, this is like such a therapeutic thing. I can't put a price on it. It's like going to the chiropractor. It's like who wants to spend money for that? But you got to get your bones in order. So, or a muscle therapist. You've got to get your muscles in order. You got to take your vitamins. You got to do right. So this is a thing I think that God has given me as a gift to relax. And everybody has their little happy place, and messing with guitars and doing that kind of stuff, that's my happy place. Well, my wife may argue when she sees boxes show up every other week with more guitar parts and everything, but I think she's beginning to understand. So it's a good thing. So anyway, I want to go ahead, play a few things on this modified Squire Bullet, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. Take care. See you next time for the next guitar adventure.